Hello, everyone, and welcome to New Hope Art Gallery. This is Director-Curator Ricky Gagnon, and we are doing our very first artist interview. We're going to start a nice series of interviews with all our resident artists, and so you get a chance to meet them and know a little bit more about themselves and their work. And today we have the pleasure of Paula DeSano joining us. And how are you, Paula?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing, Richard?
Good. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with New Hope Art Gallery.
Well, I started off as an expressive artist, and from there I started to do my own paintings, started taking painting lessons here and there, and I've been painting now at Don's Art Shop for about 2 years. It'll be 2 years this month, actually. And I think I met you online and at other galleries, and we connected, and I loved your work.
Yes, I think actually we met at the gallery in Bristol, which was Jane Deaver's place.
That's right.
Alta Luna? Alta Luna, I think that's where we met, yes.
Alta Luna and another gallery, Hope Gallery.
Yes, and because I'm basically a pain, I torture everyone to say, well, what do you do and why don't you show with me in my gallery? So that's how we met.
That's exactly. So we started talking, and you started looking at some of my work, and you invited me to show in your gallery, and the rest is history.
Yes, we're now, this is actually the conference room of our new gallery. We originally started about 5 years ago at the Thomas Slater Training School. It was started when Lee Spaduti asked me to come into the building, which was new at the time, and try to get some artwork in. And I had the idea of creating a small gallery space, and the small turned into larger, and a few months ago we found that we didn't have a space anymore, so now we're at the Cranston Senior Enrichment Center. And so this is the conference room, one of the many, many rooms, and we have lots of work in this room. But the gallery is really large. It's 2 floors, and Paula is now also our social media coordinator. She's going to be helping us with photos and the videos and all kinds of posting, because we try to be technical and edgy on everything. And
That's right.
Once we mess up enough, we eventually learn what we're doing. So why don't you show us a little bit of your work? Actually, I probably will show a little bit on the wall first, so people can kind of see some of your work. And these are prints, I believe?
These are all prints. They're archival prints, museum quality, and they're made out of 100% cotton. And they're prints of originals. So this particular one is a very popular piece. It's called Lemon Martini with a Twist.
I love this piece.
Oh,
wonderful.
Well, actually, you were an inspiration to this piece. It started off where I was having a phone conversation, and I was kind of doodling as I was trying to calm someone down on the phone, and a little sketch came out similar to this, and you had said, give me something fun, give me something funky. So you're going to see that this is, different than what I usually paint. So the large is actually 2 feet wide by 4 feet high. And so that's not, that needs a special place because it takes up so much room. So
Great,
this has been a
It's
very
really
popular
nice piece. A lot
Yep.
of fun.
Lemon Martini
And so
with the
this
twist.
is some of the other work that you do, which is a little more traditional.
Exactly. I do like to paint nature scenes, and you're right, I do paint traditionally. So this was inspired by a foggy photograph that someone had given me. They said, gee, I know you like fog, why don't you paint this? This has a very cool autumn type feel to it. And
very nice.
yeah.
I love this piece too,
Yeah.
the pumpkins.
The pumpkin is so
That's
much
beautiful.
fun. I wanted to paint pumpkins, but I didn't want the traditional look. And so I did a pumpkin on a rock with a background. This was also recommended to, by a friend with a photograph. So this is also a print, and this is 10 by 10. The originals on these are 10 by 10, and I believe
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, it's everything is oil. Do you work in other media
Yes,
at all?
everything. Actually, I do have some pieces that are done in pastel. I have one piece that I did in an acrylic, but primarily I work with oil paints. I like the lushness, the softness, and the ability to make it pearly looking or gem looking with the different types of mediums that I mix with the oils, or to tone them down. So so I like the versatility of the oils and just the way it feels going
Good.
on the
Yeah,
canvas.
very nice. And I
Yeah.
see you brought some paintings too, so
Yes, I do.
maybe you can show us some of those.
Okay, well this is an expressive piece, and this is just called Flow. And it has a lot of symbolic meaning. The water is the flow of consciousness, mountains, just to kind of like elevate and to achieve certain goals. And of course the green and the lushness of the forest is, you know, the success and what you get when you achieve things. So this is done with
Very
flow.
nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
And of course, I've done many of these myself, but mine usually tend to have dancing dachshunds skipping around the clouds in the sky.
Yes, that's your signature, and it feels so good to see those pieces. So I do have Flow here. This was a piece that I did. I was traveling in New Hampshire, and it was a stormy day, and the storm passed, and there was a rainbow. So what I wound up doing was taking, I guess I was on 93, and I just pulled off one of the exits, and I started photographing. And I don't know exactly where I was in New Hampshire, but the painting was done by one of the photographs that I took while I was up there.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you do work from photographs sometimes?
I do work from photographs, and I do work like just imagining things from my mind, so that's fun.
Well, that's good. I tend to work from my mind, which explains a lot of things. Some of
Yes.
them not very good, but that's okay.
You know what? I haven't seen one that isn't, you know, that isn't very good, so that's pretty cool. So I'm a Bristolian and I'm a New Englander, and I've always lived near the water. So
Okay, I get it.
one of the things that I
Close up of
really
these.
enjoy are lighthouses, and I do like the Thomas Cole and the style of painting that he had. So you'll see that some of my paintings will have a cloud cover that's similar to some of the things that you might see in his pieces. This is called Weathering the Storm, and it's no place in particular. I just sketched out a lighthouse and just started painting the water and the rocks. And
No, you should find it's a little bit. Is it easier or harder to work from a photograph? What do you find, or is it kind of the same?
it's kind of the same.
It doesn't bother
Yeah,
you
because
too?
I usually do a sketch first, a very
okay.
simple pencil sketch, and then I just kind of apply my techniques and colors and things of that nature. So this is Weathering the Storm.
That's a nice size too.
Thank
those
you.
those
Yes, this is a
small
4x4.
Yeah,
You know, so
those
I
are
always
great
have
size to work with.
It is, and there's always something for everyone. And this you don't have. You can hang it on a wall, or you
You
can
can
put
put
it
it
on.
somewhere.
Yeah.
They make great gifts, everyone.
Oh my God, they do. Nice
Yeah.
Christmas gifts. So this is another one, and this is called An Easy Day, and this is close up to a lighthouse, and this was inspired by a visit to Beavertail.
Oh, I love Beavertail.
Yeah, I went to Beavertail. Now they have a square lighthouse, but I was up close and I was photographing it, and some of the photographs you could actually just see the lighthouse, and then you could see the ocean in the background, and of course I put in a few sailboats here and there and some fair weather clouds. So this is called An Easy Day. And again, this is a 4x4 done in oils.
Great. And now I see you have one more piece that's very, very funky and colorful.
Very funky. Again, thinking of you when you tell me to paint outside the box.
I'm her funky
No
inspiration.
pun intended with these shapes. This is called Primary Compliments, and I had registered with doing a painting a day, just anything that comes off the top of your head. So I put in my primary colors, and I just kind of swished it all around, and of course then you get the greens and the oranges. And it was really just fun and funky to do. It was just
Good.
like,
Yeah, it's nice. It's a
Yeah.
nice complement of colors.
yeah.
Really beautiful.
Yep, so this is a 12 by 9, and again, very easy to do, and I think I only did maybe about 2 layers on this.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
it was a painting for the
So
kids.
now, do you like to hop around a lot between, abstract and more landscape kind of driven things, or do you just, what's...
What I do in my studio is I have several easels.
Mm-hmm.
And I have several painted, because oils, it
Oils
takes
take
a
a
while to
while.
dry, especially if you're working with linseed oil a little bit.
Yeah.
I like liquid because it creates this beautiful luster, and it creates a pearliness in water, and it dries very quickly. But some of the other mediums, it takes a little longer to dry. So what I'll do is I'll start several paintings. So I might have one from memory, one from a photograph, and then just to let the free spirit flow, I'll do an abstract.
Mm,
Okay. The abstracts I very rarely draw first. A lot of it I just put it on
wherever the paint takes you.
wherever the paint takes me.
That's
like
good.
The primary colors primary complements that you just saw. This one I did come from a sketch, and there are other ones that I just.
I do know a lot of people that do work, they sketch things out first, but I rarely do that. I just sort of, I don't know, I just start globbing paint on the canvas and
Doesn't
go
it
from
feel
there.
good?
It is
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, it's like jumping in a sandbox and just throwing sand around.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
then see what images.
And then see what happens and
Yeah.
what comes along, yeah. And
Yes.
as you get into the painting, things sort of change around.
You're absolutely right.
Good.
And then there's some spots where you say, oh, I don't like this. So you might add different swish and a little color, and it's, before you know it, you have a masterpiece.
That's how you end up with 35 layers of paint on a painting sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Those are your layers, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you joined us, and
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, this is something new for us. So, pardon the few fingers in the film and part of my foot at one point, but we'll get our methods down. And but we're really trying to introduce all our artists to everyone that follows us. We are a nonprofit gallery, and we're open to everybody. So we just really try to expose everybody to the arts. So this is a really great project, and it's continuing in this new space. We've got 2 floors of art, and we're going to kind of keep moving along in this space and see what happens. So we'll have you back again soon for another interview.
Thank you.
And we will probably be doing a few more interviews with different artists over the next few weeks, and we'll begin posting them so everyone can look at them. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, and thank you for being our first video interview, Paula.
And thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you.